It has been emotional for the Toronto Blue Jays, the Blue Jays fan base today. As we said goodbye to Jimmy Garcia earlier on today, and if you haven't seen my video on that, go check it out. That would be awesome if you could. He gets traded to the Seattle Mariners. Now, we already know this bullpen is awful, so this just makes it worse. So we're like, great, we're not supposed to win, so I get it, fine. And then we go into play tonight, and Yusei Kikuchi, about to pitch his last game as a Blue Jay, we all presume. And I said on the Blue Jay Center podcast, if you haven't checked it out already, go look it up. The Blue Jay Center podcast, brought to you by the Sick Podcast Network. They've been so awesome to us so far. I mean a lot to me if you guys can go check it out and follow us up on there. I said on the pod that you would love a great outing from Yusei Kikuchi, which you didn't really get, but you'd want to see him pulled in the middle of an inning to get that standing ovation from the crowd. And he didn't pitch great, but he did get the ovation after 4 2/3. So he gets the ovation, tips his cap to the crowd, and you love to see it. Now, the Blue Jays go on to walk this freaking game off, though. Like, holy crap. Now, the damage started in the first inning as Adolis Garcia to an RBI single, scoring Marcus Semien. Then in the bottom half of the first inning, again, the Blue Jays, if you go all year long, have not been a great first inning team. Starts with a leadoff single from George Springer. Unfortunately, Turner gets out, lines out to third base. Then Vladdy walks, and you have 2 on and 1 out. Jansen then grounds out, Springer's out at third base. First and second, 2 out now for Spencer Horwitz, who drills one to right center field and goes off the top of the wall. Unfortunately, didn't go out. And both runners come in to score. Springer, Vladdy. It is 2-0 Blue Jay, or 2-1 Blue Jays in the bottom half of the first. Next batter, Ernie Clement drills another line for an RBI double, scoring Spencer Horwitz. It is 3-1 Blue Jays. Great stuff from the fellas, the youngins, and Spencer Horwitz. I wouldn't really call Ernie Clement a youngin, but regardless, did a great job there, and you're up 3-1. And then in the top half of the third inning, Jonah Heim hits a 2-run single, and we're tied at 3, unfortunately, right? But then we go to the bottom of the fourth inning with Davis Schneider in scoring position, I believe it's second base. Leo Jimenez drills it up the middle for a base hit. In comes Davis Schneider, head first slide. He's safe. It's a 4-3 Blue Jays lead, and Leo Jimenez driving in the run here. It's funny. You look at every single run the Jays scored today, the guy that drove them in doesn't have a picture on the score app, except for Danny Jansen, who hit sack fly in the 7th. It's crazy. It's nuts. But you have the lead now. But in the next half inning, Adolis Garcia, it's a 2-run shot scoring Wyatt Langford, and it is now 5-4? Yeah, 5-4 in favor of the Texas Rangers. Not great. Bottom of the 7th inning, though, Danny Jansen is a sacrifice fly, scoring George Springer. We are tied now at 5. And then we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. And George Springer strikes out to lead off the inning, but Justin Turner hits a single up the middle. And he gets pinch run for. Stuart Burrow comes out there, and he steals second base. Now we got second, only 1 out for Vladdy, and an incredible at-bat, a great approach, takes the walk, and now you have 2 on. And I know they were probably okay with pitching around him, as you should be, right? With a guy like Danny Jansen, who's been royally struggling over the last little while, it makes sense to pitch around Vladdy, but Vladdy doesn't expand. He takes the walk. Then Danny Jansen gets called out on the strikes. So they have 2 out. And, that's not great, right? Because they bring in, to face Danny Jansen, former Blue Jay for about a cup of coffee in about 5 minutes, Kirby Yates. And he strikes out Danny Jansen. They have 2 out, but 2 on for Spencer Horwitz. Now, they intentionally walked Spencer Horwitz because they didn't want to see him to face Ernie Clement. And as I mentioned earlier, what does Ernie Clement do the best? Swing the damn baseball bat on the first pitch. And he drills one into left field for a base hit. Stuart Burrow comes in to score. And the celebration begins. And if you watch the camera angle, this could tell you a lot about how the older fellas are feeling. A lot of the dudes celebrating that walk-off, Addison Barger, Spencer Horwitz, David Schneider, Leo Jimenez, Stuart, all these younger fellas, right? And here comes Justin Turner and Vladdy's going. So I get it. The kids are up here just having a blast. There's no expectations. They're going out and having a great time. Meanwhile, the guys who have been here all year, they're freaking miserable. And I don't blame them. but it's a walk-off. You want to enjoy it. A 6-5 win over the Texas Rangers, and it's good stuff. Now, player stats. George Springer went 2 for 5 with a couple runs scored in the ball game, so good on him for that. Justin Turner went 2 for 5. And Vladdy, 1 for 2 with a run scored and walked twice. So again, got on base a lot. So you love to see that from Vladdy. And a lot of 1 first down here, but Ernie Clement went 2 for 5 and drove in 2 runs. And Leo Jimenez in the 8 hole, 2 for 3 with an RBI. And can we talk about Kevin Kiermaier? He announces his retirement. And then that catch he made in center field. I mean, unbelievable. Full stretch, basically snow-coned it. What a play for Kevin Kiermaier in dead center field. Tip of the cap to him. It's going to be an interesting next couple days for him, that's for sure. Because with the new acquisition for the Blue Jays, they probably don't want him in AAA. He's had some time, in the major leagues this season. He's done very well at the minor league level. He's an outfielder, a switch-hitting outfielder. You move on from a Kevin Kiermaier, it fits like a glove. It just does. So, we'll see what happens, though. 12 hits for the Blue Jays today, 7 strikeouts. They walked twice in the game. And, like I mentioned, Yusei Kikuchi wasn't all that great. 4 2/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, all were earned, 5 Ks, walked 2. And Henderson Cabrera didn't get any strikeouts today and went in inning, allowed a couple hits, but nothing more, no runs crossed. And Zach Pop, who just got recalled because of Jimmy Garcia getting dealt, he goes a clean inning and strikes out 2. So that's good to see from him. Brendan Little, clean inning and a walk. And Chad Green, an inning and a third of clean ball and strikes out 2. So you trade away Jimmy Garcia, and your bullpen all of a sudden gives you 4 1/3 of 2-hit ball, 4 strikeouts and walks 1 and no runs allowed. Baseball. That's all I got to say. All right, so guys, the next game for the Blue Jays, I was about to say wrap it up. We haven't talked about it yet. The next game for the Jays is tomorrow afternoon. It's a 3:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Kevin Gausman and Michael Lorenzen. I will be out all day tomorrow. I don't know. I doubt I'll be able to do a video tomorrow. Just letting you guys know that now. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll be lucky and I'll be able to do a video tomorrow night, but I'm going to doubt it as of right now. 3:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Michael Lorenzen versus Kevin Gausman. Is this his last start as a Blue Jay? Probably not. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. You can chance to win a series. Whatever that means at this point of the season. All right, so what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video I already did all this stuff. What am I talking about? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm tired. And the walk-off today, we'll talk to you guys then.